Your inner thoughts and move closer into inner peace. According to the National Science Foundation, the average person has about 12 to 60,000 thoughts per day. Of those, 80% are negative and 95% are repetitive thoughts. If we repeat those negative thoughts, we think negative thoughts way more than we think positive thoughts. No wonder depression is so prevalent in today's society. We are literally thinking ourselves in despair. Consider the frame of mind you could potentially be putting yourself in if you are anywhere near fulfilling those statistics. Are you unconsciously and systematically thinking yourself into a sinking despair, creating anxiety, fear, and depression? Or are you using these 60,000 potential opportunities to build yourself up and enhance your life? Every day, you could be capitalizing on 20 to 60,000 micro-sized but very powerful opportunities to supercharge your life with inspiration, kindness, self-encouragement, and inspiration. I'm going to focus my attention here today on slowing down the rate of thoughts to cut down on the opportunities we have to put ourselves into negative thoughts with this, the 6,000 to 48,000 negative thoughts that we're currently putting into our minds. And then later on, we're going to learn how to replace those negative thoughts with positive ones that are more likely closer to the truth anyway. And they're more likely to reflect your actual reality. So first, let's take a few moments to settle down. We're going to do another one of our meditation exercises. If you've been following me here on Inner Peace Today, you know that mindfulness and meditation is one of the answers to our problems. So we're going to just practice another little meditation exercise that's really good at having us identify our thoughts. And in identifying our thoughts, we're going to naturally be able to slow them down. So begin to go ahead and take a couple deep breaths in. Exhale out. Now close your eyes. Inhale nice and deep. Exhale out. And continue to follow your breathing. And you're going to continue to follow your breathing in and out for the next 30 to 45 seconds. Just breathing in and breathing out. And as you focus on noticing your breathing, that naturally slows down your thoughts because your thoughts go to just the focus of watching your breathing. Now, naturally, because we're human and our minds constantly want to take over our consciousness, thoughts are going to start to creep in and flow into your mind. And I just want you to practice noticing those thoughts. And as you notice those thoughts come into your mind, notice them like they're in a balloon or a puffy cloud, and just let them float into your consciousness, into your mind, into your thought process, and let them go. Just tell that thought, not right now, and let it exit off to the other side of your mind. You can almost envision these thoughts coming into the left side of your mind, and then you see them in a nice, soft, white, puffy cloud. And just like this, the clouds go across the sky, you're going to let that thought go to the right side and exit. So continue to notice your breathing and focus on your breathing. And then naturally let the thoughts come. And you're going to notice the thoughts. And you're going to recognize the thoughts. And you're going to slowly let those thoughts go. And as you do this, one of the nuances I want you to start to look out for is I want you to notice, as you notice a thought, recognize the thought, and release the thought out, there's a space where you just focus on breathing and there's no thought. Now this time period where you have no thought may be a microsecond, or maybe 1 second, or maybe 5 seconds. But that's not the important thing. The important thing is just knowing that you're noticing these thoughts, and then you're noticing releasing the thoughts, and then you are noticing a gap of time, as small as that is, in between those thoughts. As you practice this more and more, you're going to notice that gap in time is going to grow longer and longer and longer till you may reach a point where it's you can go a half an hour or an hour like the masters do. But for now, just notice the thought, release the thought, notice the gap of time. Very good. Now slowly just recognize your breathing. Bring yourself back into the consciousness of the room. Go ahead and open your eyes and notice the experience you just went through. Now, if you did that experience with me, it should have been very calming. And if nothing else, you learn to recognize the thoughts that are coming into your mind. And that is a very pivotal first step and a big step in the beginning to slowing things down and bringing yourself a little bit more peace. Just noticing the thoughts and knowing that you are not that thought, that thought is just something that's coming into your mind, and it's something that you can release and let go of because it's not a permanent part of your consciousness. Now, I want you to go ahead and pause the video and go get yourself a pen and a piece of paper. Pause it right now, pen and piece of paper, and come on back and get someplace comfortable where you can just sit down and write a little bit. Because now we're going to, and hopefully you're back now with your pen and pad and you're ready to start writing. You're going to focus on your breathing, and this time just let you can close your eyes with this, or you can leave your eyes open, whichever way you like best. But the important thing is just to focus on your breathing again and slow your mind down so that you're able to once again notice when the thoughts come in to your mind. And then if it's a positive thought or a neutral thought that doesn't really give you an emotional reaction or give you any anxiety or stress or fear, just go ahead and release that thought and let it go. If this is a thought that gives you fear or worry, anxiety or depression, let's go ahead and on the left side margin of your pad, I want you to write that thought down. And then go ahead and go through the process again. And let's get a couple more thoughts going until you get into a couple more negative thoughts. And let's go through this process till you get about 2 or 3 negative thoughts that have caused you an emotional reaction, that's brought you down in some way. And now, you've written those down on the left side of your margin. And now I want you to go to the first question. And it could have been, okay, if I don't finish this report, I'm a failure. Or nobody loves me because I'm ugly, or whatever the negative thought is. I want you to go, read that question to yourself, and answer truthfully. Is that thought really true? I would gather that 9 times out of 10, 9.99 times out of 10, if you're honest, those things that you've brought up and those negative thoughts that you've brought about and that you're thinking about, they are not true. They're just your mind trying to bring you down. And so what you're going to do, I want you to draw a line down the middle of that page. And then on the right side, so now you got the left side, you got a thought, you got whether you think it's true or not right next to it, and then you have a line, and then on the right side of the line, I want you to write something that is more truthful and more appropriate about that thought. So if you wrote, if I don't write this report, I'm a failure, instead of that, write what's true and what's possibly more positive. Like, I didn't finish the report. I've got time to finish it now. I'm going to buckle down and get it done. Or, I didn't finish the report because I was busy caring for my kids, which is the most important thing that I could have done. Or, I didn't finish the report because the report wasn't important enough as it relates to everything that's going on in my life. I'll get to it as soon as I can. I'm a very responsible person doing the things that are most important for me to do in my life right now. You get the point. For every thought that you have that's bringing you down and is negative, you can probably think of 3 to 5 to 10 positive aspects of that very thought that are more in line with reality and applicable to where you're actually at. So, there's a couple exercises that you can do now to slow down your thought process, to make it more manageable what's actually going into your head. And then another exercise to go ahead and take those negative thoughts that really aren't based in reality anyway and turn them into positive aspects of your life that are actually more in line with what you're actually experiencing. Now, I encourage you to do this as often as you can. Do it every day if you can, because again, we've got these 12 to 60,000 thoughts going on every day. And again, 80% of them are negative, and 95% of them are the same thoughts that you had yesterday and the day before that. So if we get a handle on turning these negative thoughts into positive ones, we take this opportunity to build ourselves up on a daily basis all throughout the day instead of bringing ourselves down, which is going to help move us into greater states of inspiration, of encouragement and self-encouragement for ourselves, and you know me, ultimately, the bottom line, bringing us more into inner peace. I hope this was helpful for you today. If you like this stuff, go ahead and subscribe on the YouTube channel. Continue to visit us and like us on our Facebook page, Inner Peace Today. I look forward to seeing you on innerpeacetoday.com. Have a great day, and namaste, inner peace be to you.